The next group of medications that we are going to try and explain is tricyclic and tetracyclic and antidepressants. Going to tricyclics and tetracyclics, let's get a little bit of history done. Okay. So Ronald Kuhn is the person, was the doctor who noticed that imipramine was very good in helping patients with depression. They were not originally patients with depression. They had other medical illness, but they were giving imipramine and they noticed that the mood was much better as a side effect. And then he started advocating ki bhai, there's a group of drugs that's working very well. And so we have another doctor called Julius Axelrod, जिन्होंने बोला है कि भाई imipramine works by blocking the reuptake of norepinephrine. So the catecholamine or the monoamine theory of depression was being formed at the time. So Ronald Kuhn, Julius Axelrod, both of them, kind of hypothesized ki why imipramine is working. Based on that theory, a number of drugs were also serendipitously discovered and included in this group. Now, this TCAs are also tricyclic. So serotonin, norepinephrine to काम करता ही है, does not work on dopamine reuptake. Okay, it does not work very strongly on that. How is it different is because it's got a number of other receptors to work on. So muscarinic, that is histaminergic, cholinergic, alpha adrenergic, सब पे antagonize करता है. So along with the effect, there's a lot of side effects as well. But that was the only thing that was available previously. Okay, and so it's used for a whole host of conditions like major depressive disorder, especially the melancholic type. Then you have all the anxiety disorders. OCD में only clomipramine, which we are going to talk about later. Lot of pain syndromes and a lot of other kind of off-label uses like childhood enuresis, ADHD and peptic ulcer disease. So all these things are kind of the group indications for all these tricyclic antidepressants. Now, individual kind of focus on each one would be beyond the scope of rapid revision, but this is in general what you can remember and what you can produce in the paper. What is the mechanism of action? We've just said dual reuptake inhibitor. Secondary effects, side effects भी होता है, इसके वजह से हो रहा है. This is what you can write. Going to the classification of tricyclics, tetracyclics, थोड़ा important है. I think you all should have a basic idea. It has a 3-ring structure. It has a 4-ring structure. This has no further classification. So इसमें you can look at nianserine, maproteline as examples, okay? Then you have secondary amines and tertiary amines, all right? So with tricyclics, you have 2 classifications. You have secondary amines and you have tertiary amines. Tertiary amines is amitriptyline, okay? Imipramine, doxepin, fine? When these are demethylated, they become secondary amines, which have more norepinephrine potency, reuptake blocking potency. So they are more working on the noradrenergic system. Second, tertiary amines are more serotonergic. So clomipramine is here because as we know in OCD, you need serotonergic agent. All right, and so you should know the conversion. So amitriptyline se hota hai nortriptyline, okay, and imipramine se desipramine. Just 2 you should know. Tertiary more serotonergic, secondary more noradrenergic. Basic classification and clinical implications to be known. Group kinetics, most of them are completely absorbed. Going to the group kinetics, most of them are completely and well absorbed. They have peak plasma concentrations between 2 to 8 hours, except protriptyline. Except protriptyline, around 6 to 10 hours. Okay. Half-life is 10 to 70 hours. So 24 hours, more than 24 hours dosing. So once daily dose would be enough, but bearing in mind the side effects, you may want to kind of split the dose with more in bedtime. There is significant metabolism from the first pass effect. So even if it's absorbed a lot more, the bioavailability can differ between compounds. All right. Going to the dosage. Now, as I said, going in each individual agent and discussing their dosage is beyond the scope of the rapid revision. What you need to know is this is important, this particular, because the dose range इधर दिखाता है. More of them have the same dose range of 150 to 300 except nortriptyline जहाँ पे 50 to 150 है and protriptyline यहाँ पे 15 to 60 है. So this is slightly different. This is on the lower side versus the rest would be fairly between 150 to 300. The adverse effects are many because it causes a lot of, I think it affects a lot more systems. Okay, so psychiatric effects में mania में psychosis may can precipitate them in vulnerable individuals. Then of course we have anticholinergic effects. Tachycardia होगा, opposite of cholinergic. Tachycardia, blurred vision, constipation. Okay, antihistaminergic में weight gain होगा, sedation होगा. Very common side effects, isn't it, when you see someone with who's on TCS. Cardiac में very important. There's a reason why this is so. Along with the other receptors, it acts on this particular receptor which is affecting the potassium channel. तो potassium conductance में हेराफेरी होता है heart में, and so more prone to arrhythmias like ventricular tachyarrhythmia, increased QTC, torsades. This can all happen. Neurologic effects होते हैं, you can have tremor. Neurologic effects हो सकता है जहाँ पे tremor is very prominent, and certain cases not very well known, increased prolactin levels can also happen.